I'm back with another video about things I want to tell to the people before I bounce out Korea. Just bounce, bounce, bounce. This video is going to be especially for people who are interested in learning Korean while being a teacher in Korea. So I'm going to lay it out for you, my experiences, and my best advice for you on that journey. Guys, when I moved to Korea, I really thought that I was going to come away from this place being fluent in Korean. I had no doubts about this. I thought I was going to move here, and then when I came back home, I would be fluent. No doubts. And for me, that's how it happened with Spanish. I had studied Spanish for many years, and then I went to visit Colombia for a month and a half, and in that month and a half, everything came together. I got pretty much fluent in the language. I just needed that connecting. I needed the connectedness with what I had learned, and it really, gave me the last step to, being pretty fluent. Korean is a very different story. The difference is when you're learning Spanish from English, you're going to have a lot of words that are cognates. The same thing with German and French and Italian. You're going to have a lot of words that are cognates. It's going to help you learn, like la comunicación and communication. You can kind of guess that la comunicación is communication. If you want to learn the word for communication in Korean, guess what? I don't even know it. You can learn the Korean alphabet pretty easily. That's one of the great structures of the Korean language. They had a great king back in the day, King Sejong, who made an alphabet that was easy for everybody to learn. So it's easy to learn that alphabet, but then you still have another hurdle. You can learn the alphabet and you can learn it phonetically, but then you actually have to remember what the words mean. So a lot of times I go around reading things and I still don't know what it means. I'll read the whole word and I still don't know what it means. So it's a lot harder. Before I get into it, I'll give you a little progress update. So I studied Korean for 2 years in the States, actually at my university. Then I moved here and I studied Korean here 2 years on and off. My biggest highlight of my time here while learning Korean was when I went with my kids to a puppet show. This was recently. I went with my kids to a puppet show, and the entire thing was in Korean, and I understood everything. I was so proud of myself, you guys. But that's my level. I've been learning for 4 years. I went and lived in Korea, and I understand the children's puppet show, and I'm overjoyed. So, okay. Now, if you're a beginner in Korean, or if you're just moving to Korea and you're hoping to just get your feet wet and learn some Korean, do some beginning Korean, classes, it's going to be really easy for you to do here, in my experience. If you're an intermediate learner like I am and you're looking to become fluent, it's going to be a lot harder for you. It's going to be a lot harder to find classes in your level. That's been my experience, and there are going to be a lot of obstacles that you face. Let's talk about those obstacles. For the people who are moving to Seoul, you need to know that you are moving to a city that is obsessed with English. I mean, just think about your job. There is an incredible demand for English teachers that all these people can come over and keep working year after year after year. You're moving to a city that is obsessed with English. There will be some Korean people who are going to be like, let's speak Korean all day. You should, get on my page. But there's going to be a lot of Korean people who just automatically speak English to you because they want to practice with you. It's not a lot of opportunity for you to actually speak Korean. I'd like to make the point that even though Korean study hasn't consumed my time here, I do make the point of trying to speak Korean everywhere I go. So when I go to the shops, I speak Korean. When I go to eat food, I speak Korean. When I go out almost anywhere outside, I speak Korean. Now I'm really good at shopping and eating in Korean, but it's not really enough for me, Another obstacle is that your exposure to Korean as an English teacher is going to be very limited. I mean, you're going to be at a job all day. We're talking 8, 9, sometimes more hours where you just speak English all day. Here's the third obstacle that I have. I found, at least, that it has been really hard for me to make Korean friends here. Now, that's different for everybody. Just think about it. you probably are going to work with other foreign teachers that it's just going to be much easier for you to connect with. Not that you won't try to make Korean friends, but like I mentioned in my last video, you might be wary of making Korean friends at work. And then as for the Korean people outside of work, a lot of times Korean people can be a little bit scared of you. They're really intimidated sometimes by speaking English, just the possibility of it. So it's something that you kind of need to be aware of. If you have Korean friends and they're like willing to help you practice, then I would totally, try to take advantage of that.